already known to the intelligence services, the suspect in the multiple stabbings in Britain. A big spike in the virus reproduction number in Germany following 2 localised outbreaks. President Trump's team rejects claims that a social media campaign reduced turnout for his election rally. And questions about numbers in India. Health workers tell the BBC that virus infection statistics are being deliberately minimised. Brazil is now the nation with the second highest number of confirmed deaths from COVID-19 in the world. Latest figures put the total number of people who've died in Brazil at just over 50,000. Only the US has more. The country has also recorded more than 1 million infections. 3 pedestrians have died in a road accident in Cumbria in northern England. They were struck by a car in the town of Dalton. The driver, a 47-year-old local man, has been arrested on suspicion of 3 counts of causing death by dangerous driving and being over the alcohol limit. Serbia's president has claimed a historic landslide victory in his country's parliamentary election. His ruling Serbian Progressive Party is expected to win more than 60% of the vote. Some opposition parties boycotted the poll, claiming that the conditions for a free election did not exist. Serbia is Europe's first national election since the coronavirus pandemic.
Saudi Arabia reopens mosques in Mecca, but there's still no word on whether the Hajj will go ahead.
Moving away from the 2-metre rule in England, the government will unveil more plans this week to restart the economy, including the reopening of pubs and hairdressers.
Lockdown restrictions are being eased in Wales today as non-essential shops can reopen, while in Scotland, face coverings come into effect on public transport.
Billions of pounds of support for workers already announced by the Chancellor, but at least 1 million people can't access it, from business owners to freelancers and new starters. I'll look at what's happening to those who feel like they're falling through the gaps.
Liverpool's hopes of celebrating their first ever Premier League title are on hold. They could only manage a goalless draw at Everton, with manager Jurgen Klopp admitting they came close to losing the Merseyside derby.
Let's show you what the papers look like this morning. Most of the front pages are leading with the Reading Park attack. The Guardian says the suspect, Hairi Sadila, was under investigation by intelligence agencies as a person who might travel abroad for extremist reasons. The main image you can see there is one of the victims, who has been named as James Furlong, who's a teacher.
The Daily Mirror also leads on the reports that Saturday's park attack suspect was on MI5's radar.
Dominating the front page of the Times this morning is Mr. Sadala. The paper also reports that pubs will take names and contact details of customers before they're allowed to enter. This is all under new plans being drawn up for the next stage of the lockdown being lifted. Around 1,300 employees at a meat processing plant in Germany have tested positive for COVID-19. 7,000 workers and their families have been quarantined in an effort to prevent the virus spreading. In another development, Germany's R number has risen sharply, but health officials have put the increase down to localised outbreaks.
A senior police officer has said that a risk of public disorder prevented police in Manchester from breaking up a lockdown street party where 2 men died as a result of gunshot wounds. The victims, aged 21 and 36, were attacked in the Moss Side area of the city in the early hours of yesterday morning. No arrests have been made. Police say investigations are ongoing.